Afternoon, folks. Willie, the dog walker Williams here again. Just out with Di on a short walk. Just coming up to Rough Park. Sorry. It's all right. I'm forgetting where the flaming hell I am. Okay. Right. I'll turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you one of the entrances into Rough Park. And I'm going to be walking the short loop, well, what I call the Rough Park loop. So it's only a very short walk, but I'll show you and see what you think. Okay, right, here we go. Oh, by the way, this is from the entrance by the cemetery, by Castle Green Cemetery. Okay. As you can see, there's Di, bless her, having a roll round. Here we go. Now this is the path that runs along the side of the Castle Green Cemetery, from by the White Horse or off Lincoln Hill. And as you can see through the trees, that's the cemetery there, so we're up the side of it. There's Diane again. There's a turnstile that doesn't get used very much, as you can see. It tends to be that people use the way in for the horses. Right, so let's go that way then. Right, now first of all, here we come to a bit of a junction. If you take the right hand side, that takes you through to Newcomen Way and onto the Woodside Perimeter Road, which leads it leads you out by the island, by the mini island, just up from the allotments. Right, so we're going to take this left hand route, or in other words straight in front of us, and we're going to give this a go this way. It's all nice and flat for people who are not very good on their feet. There we are. We've just been overtaken by Diane. She loves it up here. If you go through these posts here or turn to the left, you can. There's a bit of an overgrown entrance there in front of us, which takes us down into Dale Coppice. Right, let's carry on. You can see we're just approaching another junction. If we go left, that takes you onto the other path to Newcomen Way and the mini island on Woodside Avenue, or Woodside Perimeter Road. But we're going left. You can see it's a nice steady walk. Right, the turning to the right is part of the loop, but we're going straight ahead. Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute. There is a few benches around this walk, as you can see. Here is the first one of them. I think there's 3 in total. Back in a minute. Just have a turn round and just have a bit of scan. Right, this is the way that we have come. This ground here, as you can see, has got a few patches in it. Unfortunately, when we had all the sun earlier on this year, this all caught fire here. But since we've had the rain, you can see it's greening up and growing back now. And there's the little lady having another roll round in the grass, bless her. Right, we're coming up to bench number 2 and another junction to the left. Right, here's the junction, and that there is a big entrance into Lloyd's Coppice. Not Lloyd's Coppice, sorry. It's just that I go in there so often. This is Dale Coppice. Sorry for the stutter and misdirections and what have you. Very sorry. Like I say, here's bench number 2. We're bending round now to the right on the loop, and I'll give you a quick look. This is at the far end of Lloyd's dear me again, Rough Park. This is the part of Rough Park which was Hughes' quarry. If I remember right, when it was being used as the quarry, it was coal and clay. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure someone will correct me. Actually, there is more benches than I thought. There's this is bench number 3. And on the other part of the loop, there's, just thinking about it, there's another 2 benches. Right, there we go. Have a look in front of us. This is such a lovely area. Lovely dog walking area. Right, that's the other, that continues round to the loop and the other 2 benches. And we're going to go straight ahead off the actual track. It is a footpath, but as you can see, it's just not gravelled. And if I go across this way, this will I'll show you where one of the main parts of the quarry was. What I'd say is one of the main parts of the quarry, as it's the deepest. So this way, if I just pan round, that way up there is another part of the loop which takes you back obviously onto the way we walked. And this is, if you imagine behind the trees you can see in front of us, that's Lightmoor, Little Dawley. If we look over to this way, a little bit to the right, you see we're by the aqueduct, you know, facing towards the aqueduct and Brookside. Right, so let's carry on walking across here. Back in a minute. Sorry, I forgot to say, as you can see on this path there is way markers, so it is a path, like I say, just not gravelled. It's reasonably even walking. There is one or two divots. Right, so now on the right hand side we're coming up to what I said about the deepest part of the, what I'd say was the deepest part of the quarry, just beyond these trees, these bushes. Now we can just see it through there. Right. I'm not going to walk down there today, and we're going to go follow this path straight ahead, and I'll be able to give you a proper look at the deeper part. See, you can look down, see down there. You can walk all the way through it and up over the hill. See, look at that for a view. Lovely, isn't it? I don't know if the picture's a bit dark, but it is lovely. It's a lovely area. Quick scan round, and that's the way we've just come. Back around. And there's another bench. Let's go right here. See now, we're right at the top and looking down. As you can see, there's a path. There is a pathway through. Not gravelled again, but it takes you up to the bit of an hill. Nothing too steep, nothing too drastic, but it makes another part of the walk, and another nice part of the walk, I should say. Sorry. Right, there's the bushes. There is a couple of fruit trees in there somewhere, if I remember right. There's the bench. You can go down, you can go ahead, but we're going to trace our steps back a couple of feet, and we're going to go down the proper steps instead of scrambling down the bank. Come on, Di. Right, here we are. Is another junction, unofficial junction, should I say. Right, let's head towards that way marker in the distance and down the steps. Right, back in a minute. See this little hole in the ground here? It's what somebody's dug out when they've been camping up here, it must be. But in the winter, obviously it fills of water. And when I bring my other dog Major up, of course, he loves to get in it, and of course gets covered in some dirty, horrible, clayey type water. But fair play, he loves it. Here's another little path to the left, and that takes you down into Oil House Coppice. Leads you out, I think they call it School Road in Coalbrookdale, and also you can get to the Ginny Rails, which run from Rough Park down to Coalbrookdale, down past the community orchard. Right, let's carry on. Back in a minute. Right, we're back again. As you can see, we're starting to go down the bank a bit, down towards the steps, and once we're down the steps, it takes us onto a nice gravel path again. Hello, Di. As usual, some of these steps are a bit high, some are a bit shallower, but all in all, they aren't a bad set of steps. And there's a bit of a block, a bit of a wall come bench here. Yeah. Let's carry on down the steps. Right, we're at the bottom of the steps now. If you turn left, which is that way, that takes you down into Oilhouse Coppice, onto the Ginny Rails, and you can get to Lightmoor, you can get to the other side of Rough Park, and to the Woodside Housing Estate. Right, let's turn round and go right up the pathway. Nice steady climb. To say, just be careful. There is one or two divots up this side. Okay, back in a minute. Right, as you can see, there's another path to the left, which takes you up the bank into the little housing estate just off Woodside, called the Saplings. To the right, you've got the dirt bank where we could have walked down instead of coming down the steps, but I took the easy option today. Right, and there's Di sitting on the grass, so we're going to go straight ahead which will lead us up to Newcomen Way. Newcomen Way, not Newcomen. Newcomen, as in the famous man. I can't remember exactly what he did at this moment in time, sorry. So, but there's a few other roads called after famous people. See, now that's the bottom of we're at the bottom now of the deepest part of the quarry. It's a bit soggy, bit of marshland like, but like I say, there is a path at the back where you can walk through. But we start to climb the bank a little bit of a gradient, nothing too serious, just take it steady and you'll be alright. And this is, it does get a bit wet in the winter, but like I say, you got decent shoes on, decent boots on, it's fine. Back in a minute, folks. Okay, folks, back again. We're at the top of the bank, and as you can see, there's two benches, picnic benches. Straight in front takes you to the way we entered Rough Park, and we went all the way down there, around the back of that hill, up this way, and now we're going to go across that path you can see, which takes us into Newcomen Way. I've had to put Di on the lead because obviously there's roads we're coming up to a road, so I'll put her on the lead. Coming up to the stile.
Total distance 2
turnstile,
miles.
sorry.
Total time 56 minutes and 56 seconds. Burned 250 calories. Average pace 28 minutes 25 seconds per mile. Current pace 18 minutes 27 seconds per mile. Current heart rate 0 beats per minute. Time of day 1:59.
Here we go. Here's the horse field. Ooh, no horses in there today. As you heard that woman speaking then, that was the lady on Map My Walk. Leisurely pace, not racing. Right, that's out of one part of Rough Park. Now this is coming, this road you can see here in front is Newcomen Way. Unfortunately this field here, they are going to be building on it soon. A couple of weeks ago they were doing the testing. You know, I think it's drilling or whatever it is they do first. But yes, this here is Newcomen Way. I'm back in a minute. Right, we're on Newcomen Way, and this road path takes you down to the island, mini island on the Woodside Perimeter Avenue. Yeah, we'll go right hand here, and this takes us into another part, little area of Rough Park. And into and then obviously you can come through this way, which is another way into Rough Park, which is off the Woodside Perimeter Road. Nice straight path. Over to the left in the distance you can see the roundabout. Straight in front is where we're going, which will take us onto the Woodside Perimeter Road. Back in a minute, folks. Right, just past another dog walker. We're coming up to the Woodside Perimeter Road now and coming out of Rough Park. But to the left there's another path to Newcomen Way, or the Perimeter Road, whichever way you want to go. But I'm going straight ahead and out of Rough Park. If you walk around the Woodside Perimeter, or Woodside Avenue as you want to call it, just up above the Woodside allotments, you will come to this entrance. And that is the way we've just walked. And here's the sign saying, "Welcome to Rough Park." Hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry for a few stumbles. Have a good day.